All right, let's dive into something that's been around for centuries, but is making a massive comeback for some really incredible health reasons. We're talking about fermentation and its power to totally reshape our health, literally from the inside out. Let's get into it.
So, what if I told you that a super simple, age-old way of preparing food was actually one of the biggest secrets to modern health? I know, it might sound a little too good to be true, but that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
So, what exactly is fermentation? Well, at its core, it's this amazing natural process where good guy microorganisms, things like bacteria and yeast, get to work and transform food. And this doesn't just preserve it, it makes it way more nutritious, easier to digest, and as our source so perfectly puts it, it brings the food to life with character. Okay, so let's start peeling back the layers of this ancient secret. For centuries, cultures all over the world have been fermenting foods without really understanding the complex science behind it. They just knew it worked. And now, we're finally catching up and rediscovering exactly why it's so powerful.
And here's the thing, the secret isn't some kind of magic pill or exotic ingredient. Nope, it's all about nurturing this incredibly complex ecosystem that lives right inside of you. The real key to unlocking all these benefits, it's found in your own gut. So let's talk about that. I want you to think of your gut as a bustling inner universe, or maybe a thriving garden, if you prefer. It's home to literally trillions of living organisms, and they play this massive role in how you feel every single day. And this inner universe, it has a name, the gut microbiome. It's this huge community of bacteria hanging out in your digestive tract. And don't let their size fool you. These tiny organisms are absolute powerhouses, influencing everything from your digestion to your immunity. Keeping this community happy and in balance, well, it's absolutely crucial. This brings us to two really important terms you've probably heard, probiotics and prebiotics. Now, the easiest way to think about it is like this. Probiotics are the helpers. They're the good, live bacteria that you introduce into your system. And prebiotics, they're the fuel, the special fibers that feed all the good bacteria already living there. You really need both for a healthy gut, and guess what? Fermented foods can give you both. So, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but how do I even get started? Well, the fantastic news is it's actually super easy and, more importantly, delicious. Let's talk about what our source calls the winning trio. 3 simple fermented foods you can easily bring into your diet. First up, we have a true classic, homemade yogurt. Honestly, it's one of the most accessible and delicious ways to get a daily dose of those beneficial bacteria. It's simple, it's creamy, and it's an absolute powerhouse for your gut.
So why is homemade yogurt such a winner? Because it's absolutely packed with live probiotics that help populate your gut with good bacteria. And what does that do for you? Well, it leads to better digestion, a much stronger immune response, and it even helps your body absorb more nutrients from all the other food you eat. It's really a foundational food for gut health.
All right, our second winner is sourdough bread. Now, this isn't your average loaf of bread from the supermarket. Its magic comes from that natural fermentation process of a sourdough starter. So if yogurt adds the helpers, sourdough provides the fuel. Remember we talked about that? It's rich in those prebiotic fibers, which are basically food for the good bacteria that are already in your gut. This not only makes the bread way easier to digest than regular bread, but it also helps maintain that happy, balanced microbiome we're aiming for. And finally, for our third winner, let's get a little more adventurous with kimchi and kombucha. These two bring some really powerful probiotic benefits to the table, along with some bold, exciting flavors. I just love how the source material describes this. It's not just about health. It's a gustatory and probiotic journey. I mean, how cool is that? You've got kimchi, which is this spicy fermented cabbage from Korea, and kombucha, that fizzy fermented tea. They add some serious excitement to your plate or your glass, all while delivering a really potent dose of probiotics. But, of course, this winning trio is just the beginning. The world of fermented foods is so vast, so delicious, and it's just waiting for you to explore. Let's take a quick peek at what else is out there. Once you get a taste for it, you can explore so many other options from all these different culinary traditions. You've got things like sauerkraut, the savory, umami flavor of miso, the richness of tempeh, or the creamy probiotic powerhouse that is kefir. There's just a whole world of flavor and health benefits out there to discover. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? I think it's that gut health isn't something you just fix overnight with a magic pill.
It's something you cultivate, you know, day by day with simple choices that you can actually enjoy. And it really can be this simple. Just start by bringing in some homemade yogurt for those great live probiotics. Then maybe choose sourdough bread to give your gut flora that fuel it needs. And hey, when you're feeling adventurous, dare to try the amazing flavors of kimchi or kombucha. See? 3 small steps that can make a huge difference. Ultimately, taking care of your inner universe is one of the most powerful things you can do for your overall health. It's this ancient practice with some seriously profound modern benefits. So the only question left is, are you ready to start cultivating your own well-being?